Comrade Lante Oriaki, live on Facebook and YouTube. Like us, follow us, and be the first to know. This is the Comrade Show. Make Comrade Show way. Comrade Lante Oriaki, live on Facebook and YouTube. Like us, follow us, and be the first to know. This is the Comrade Show. Make Comrade Show way. Comrade Lante Oriaki, live on Facebook and YouTube. Like us, follow us, and be the first to know. This is the Comrade Show. Make Comrade Show way. Comrade Lante Oriaki, live on Facebook and YouTube. Like us, follow us, and be the first to know. This is the Comrade Show. Make Comrade Show way. Comrade Lante Oriaki.
Yes. A very good afternoon, good morning, good evening to you all, depending on where you are joining us from. This is the Comrade Show, and my name is Comrade Lante Oriaki. I am particularly glad to welcome you all to this, the broadcast for this hour. Of course, like you know, this is the Comrade Show, and by the grace of God, we usually come around every now and again to give updates on the Edo Street Lights project that the Comrade Show is, of course, doing in collaboration with, where many Edo people across the world. As I speak with you, the team right now are live at Iyekogba Road, Ohorome community of Airport Road, installing street lights. I've been having some struggles actually, getting to connect with them directly because of issues of network in Nigeria. But we're going to be doing our best to connect the team. But while we are doing this giving this update about the street lights project, we are going to be looking at some interesting developments, that has to do with the security of the Nigerian state today. And of course, with pressure mounting from all corners that the president of Nigeria must go. Buhari must go. It's become a slogan across some parts of Nigeria, and pressure is mounting. And just very, recently, we are made aware that the former president Obasanjo did write an open letter to the president, of course, pointing out, how deteriorated Nigeria has become. And of course, it's a matter of concern to everybody. We're going to be touching on some of those aspects. Of course, we're going to be, looking at some aspects of the Edo State governance, as it were, and of course, the effort the governor of Edo State is making, to parachute Edo State out of the entire, security, political, and economic imbroglio that has enveloped Nigeria, as it were. While we are waiting to, I am waiting for my team of volunteers, the commercial volunteers at home, to join us. Please just enjoy. Okay, just be informed by this information. Somebody's giving me a call. I don't know if it's. Let me just take this call and find out. Hello. Hello, sir. Yes. Comrade Lante on the line speaking. Talk to me, sir. I greet you, sir. Okay. Yes. I have seen that. So allow me call you back after I'm on live broadcast right now. I'm going to be talking about that issue. I'll call you back. Of of course, when I get through. Okay, but I'll be talking about that issue right here. Okay, thank you very much, sir. Okay, yes, somebody just called me now to remind me that there is an audio or some audio flying around. Of course, talking about Fulani herdsmen coming in numbers to Benin to come and attack Benin people and all of that. I've seen that audio. I've seen it voiced by up to 3 different persons, okay, and all of that. And of course, I'm going to be talking about that. But before we go on, please let me play this soundbite. It is something I think that will interest people who are doing business and are doing business with made, in Nigerian products. Of course, there's a platform right now that is being born that is going to actually officially kick off, tomorrow, which is on the 4th of March. And this platform is going to be the Amazon of Africa, as it were. But majorly, it's going to be the Amazon of Nigeria, because this platform is majorly centered on showcasing made in Nigerian products. There's a huge effort right now to bring Nigerian products and make them international and all of that. If we don't sell our products, nobody's going to sell our products for us. And our products, some of them are so good that they cannot remain local. We must definitely expose made in Nigerian products to the world, and that's what this platform is about. It's ekioja.com. ekioja.com. I am very fortunate to know all that is going on about this particular platform, and I am happy to encourage this platform because it's exactly the kind of things we need. Okay, and if you are there, you do your business. Just 1 second, I think one of my volunteers is calling me right now. Hello. Yeah, hello. Yeah, tell me how far. Okay, please. Can you give the phone to? I'm already live. Can you give the phone to Comrade Amir here? Let him give us updates on what is going on at Iyekogba. The network has been really, really bad. Hello, yes, Comrade, tell me where are we now, and how have we been doing? Where have we been?
Yes, we are a community of road. We have come to we have the Nogies Palace, where we are installing 2 units of the solar power street lights at the Nogies place. It's been so wonderful. The people of the community have been so happy to see that the entire area is lighted up at the moment. I think where we are right now, we are installing the last unit at the Ojonways compound.
Okay.
And, everybody is excited. The Ojonway is here. The next voice you will hear now is the Ojonway's voice, as I'm walking up to him now to give him the phone. Ojonway.
Okay. Pardon mo sir. Wọ́n yẹ bàbá èyí á lè yẹ òdò. Oh, very well, very well. How do you feel, sir? We have come to install street lights in your community.
Well, it's a present issue now. I'm so much happy. I cannot express how joyful I am to get this automatic visit of progress.
Very well. Let me quickly let you know that these lights that we are installing right now in your community, they are donated by Daniel Osula. What would you like to say to him?
What I will say, anybody that set it up and you go to set it up, it's looking for a bigger animal for the world. So what you have just done, what you are doing now, I cannot just express it only today for a few minutes.
Yeah.
So it will be well. It will be well and good with the full progress of
Hello.
It shows the big interest you have in the community. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
God bless you.
God bless you, sir. Thank you so very
Okay.
much. Thank you. Yes, comrade.
Thank you.
Comrade, so far, because when you were talking just now, your line was not very clear. Can you tell us exactly where we have been, where you guys have been? I know that we'll be having challenges with this network.
Yes, well, Horomi community along Airport Road, Benin City, Edo State, South Nigeria. That's where we are. Horomi housing estate. Towards the end of that road, that is where Horomi community is located.
Very well, very well. Anyhow, thank you very much. Please just keep up, keep up pace with the project, and please let's talk as soon as you guys are through. I definitely would have, we would have been on since the last 2 hours, but we've been seriously plagued by, very bad network. And for those who are just joining us, let me use this medium to quickly inform us that we have actually been at Iyekogba Road, Okorome community of Airport Road, installing street lights. As usual, we normally come around and, of course, showcase the exercise while it is going on. But today, we've done everything to try to connect with them, but the network is really, very poor. But while that is on, and the guys are still right there on the field installing street lights, let me say that this street lights, project is a project initiated by the Comrade Show, but of course in collaboration with everybody who's donating street lights. And of course, by the grace of God, I was just going through our records much earlier today. This program started, on the 24th of December last year, or just barely 2 months plus. And I am glad to announce to you that, at the end of today, we would have installed 210 lights, okay? And across different parts of Edo State. I want to say huge kudos to every light donor. We've had a number of light donors. I call them light angels. You understand what I'm saying? And by the grace of God, from our own part, to express our joy and fulfillment and our happiness, we are going to be extending our own certificate of appreciation to each and every one of these light donors, because for every street somebody is donating a light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 5 lights, as much as we have seen lights as much as 27 and all of that donated by people. For every street we do, it's -1. And whether we like it or not, Edo is moving forward. And I believe very strongly that if you put a street light in a spot, okay, you have helped to transform that particular spot. You have helped with that transformation economically. You have helped that transformation, security-wise, as it were. Because at the end of the day, okay, that Edo must move forward. I believe very strongly. Everybody don't share this view, but I do, believe very strongly that, it must be on our collective account. You understand what I'm saying? And it is in that guise, okay? And of course, looking at the governor of Edo State, one who himself, is an embodiment of an idea like this, okay? One who himself has signaled to all Edo people to key into various areas where they can contribute. And that is why we came up with this model. And the whole idea is this. It is solar-powered light. The light is 45,000 naira. When you donate a light, for us, you become a light angel to Edo State. Now, our own way of course, reporting back to you is we inscribe your name on the light. And by the time we install the light, wherever the light is installed, okay, we inform you and let you know. So you could actually send people down there, to go and, of course, verify. That's the way we give our own kind of stewardship at the end of the day. And so far, so good. Every light that we have installed in Edo State, okay, have been, donated by people, donated by light angels. And I'm very grateful to all of them, because all of us are coming together to advance, okay, the growth of Edo State. And that is what this program is about. I'll give a report right now, a report about, we were at second Oromia, some days ago. there's huge transformation in that area right now. I'm showing you excerpts of what the night view of second Oromia is right now. You understand what I'm saying now? Everybody is so elated. Everybody is so massively elated.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening from wherever you are watching across the globe.
People are happy.
This
As a
remains
matter
the
of fact,
unmistakable
the
voice
donor
of
this
Comrade
light,
Amiedi Omoroge, and we are right here
Mr.
at
Igaro,
Second
you understand?
Oromia
He
in
himself is so excited that
Ewotubu, right here
in
in
fact,
Benin
had
City,
to
Edo
equally
State,
donate more
South
land
Nigeria,
contribute towards,
where we have come on
this
behalf
particular
of the
area.
Comrade
Talking
Show
about
to
the
install solar power street light in Second
I am equally
Oromia. This
very
is
elated
my
because
home
the reception
chairman
that
in Second
the
Oromia, the
volunteers of
son
the
of
Comrade Show, the
Usigaro.
engineers, they
What do you
get
have to
from some of these
say?
communities. It's
I want to
overwhelming.
use this opportunity
It's
to
overwhelming.
thank you,
I'm going to play
thank
this
my-
essay. You
my
understand? To
dad,
show you
Mr.
that
Usigaro,
people are appreciating
who initiated this
the
project
effort
and,
that all of
through,
us we are putting in.
Comrade Show,
Whether in
to come
kind,
and
in
install
cash,
solar light
in every
and,
way,
in
it's been
Second
appreciated,
Oromia.
and our state
So
is
I thank
transforming.
him and
Just
thank
take a listen to this essay.
his men on ground.
Yes. After, should we call this after installation or after party of the Oromia installation? Yes, we are right. It's like being at home away from home, back to the Oromia hood, where we have come to install solar power street lights. And this is like the after party. Wow. Can you feel this? No place like home, no place like home, man. Yes, we want to say a big thank you to Usi, Igaro and Sons for making this possible. Thank you very much. Thank you.
The landlord for their cooperation. They are all here. They are all dining and whining. So I want to use the opportunity to still reach out to Meaningful Nigeria to still try and extend this project to other streets in the community. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening from wherever you are watching across the globe.
Yeah.
That's actually the kind of reception that is greeting this project. For us, we are already getting fulfilled by the effort we are putting in, all of us, not just us in the Comrade Show, but everybody who's been part of this process. I am really honored. I'm elated. I'm happy. I'm glad. While we are working today at Iyekogba, quarters, on Saturday we are going to be somewhere else. I think somewhere around the Uselu, equal to install lights donated by people. You understand what I'm saying? But I must not fail to extend gratitude to Daniel Osula, who donated the lights that are being installed today at Iyekogba. I'm sorry, I'm unable to really, connect with these guys live. For those who've been on with us earlier, of course, we did hear them, speak to us. You understand what I'm saying? Of course, this is how the project has been. And I want to use this medium to call on every other person. You understand? If you want to key into this project, please do not hesitate to key into this project. Okay, a light is 45,000 naira. We have our own statewide program where we identify different parts of the state that we consider, as hotspots to criminality. And from the light people donate to us freely, we're able to determine, 6 lights here, 5 lights there, 10 lights there. We are just mounting them all across these places. But lately, we have seen people come up, they want to put lights, they want to light up their streets. And that has been taken over everywhere. And we are glad, because at the end of the day, for every street lighted, like I said earlier, it is -1. And we are moving on. You understand what I'm saying now? So you are there. You want to put 5 lights in your street, 10 lights. You want to light up the entire street. Come on, let's do it together. We are not, people call me regularly, I'm saying this, I am not a businessman. This is not a business for us, okay? As far as we are concerned, this is a humanitarian program, okay, to, of course, change the narrative in very many different ways. It's not just about light, okay? But like I say, it is about the idea that we can embark on something that is born out of just some sort of civic responsibility, and of course begin to do it if it's not, you know, at too much cost. You understand what I'm saying to us? You understand? So if you're out there, okay, God has blessed you. You want to bless your state. You want to bless your streets. You want to bless the neighborhood you grew up. Okay, pick your phone. Okay, go to the Comrade Show, or you go visit our website, thecomradeshow.com. You understand what I'm saying? Now you get our contact from there, or you go see us on Facebook or YouTube. Be part of the program. You understand what I'm saying now? Because at the end of the day, for every light donor we've had, okay, every light angel we've had, their names are inscribed on the lights they donated. This is an example, for instance. This is an example of how the inscription looks like. The Comrade Show project, donated by so and so, is exactly what is attached to every of the lights, okay, that we install. You get a picture of what I'm saying now? So at the end of the day, okay, our own way of being accountable to you is to tell you, to be able to tell you where the light you donated is actually sited. To be able to tell you where your light has been installed. We'll give you an address. You understand what I'm saying now? That is to say, if the light you are giving to us is the one you are giving to our own repertory to determine areas across the state where we can put them up, we tell you where they are. You understand what I'm saying now? That way, you yourself, okay, can verify. Okay, we are not asking anybody to come and put money in a drum, you know, that will not be accounted for. That's not what we are doing here. You understand? But we are genuinely interested in the idea that there is the need for all of us to play our own little roles, okay, to contribute to the development of Edo State. And that's exactly what we are doing. You understand? Areas are transforming, okay? Areas are transforming. This is I have this actually. This is what's it called? This is Uselu. I'll remember this, you know, shortly. This asset I'm showing you right now is somewhere around Uselu, where we installed about, I think, 11 lights, and the entire stretch was lighted. You understand? This is a no-gate street off Saple Road. You know, everybody is still, tomorrow the people are still calling me. You understand what I'm saying now? This is somewhere, this one I'm going to show you right now is somewhere off Ekenwan Road where we went to install Garuba Zakawano Street. We went to install about 18 street lights. In this street, okay, there was no electric pole. We installed all the pole. It's part of the whole thing. So even if there are no electric poles in the area you want to install lights, come on, call on us. Let us still go and do it. Let us go and so everything, every effort we put in will equally ensure that Edo State is moving forward on that account. Okay, apart from just Benin City, we have been to Igweben. For instance, this is Igweben. This one I'm showing you right now is Igweben. This is Igweben, okay, where everybody is happy. You understand what I'm saying now? And people are keen into the project. Somebody has called to say, man, she wants to equally, you know, light up another part of Igweben. I've had calls from some persons who want to light up a community in Uromi. Okay. Recently, I've had calls from some guys who want to light up their community in Ugbo Giobo. We'll be going there to go and ascertain how many lights will be needed at Ugbo Giobo and all of that. My people, please, let's come together. Organize your village community, your village. Organize your community. Organize your neighborhood. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody has called me and said, man, they want to do theirs in somewhere around May, but they want to use it in remembrance of their own grandfather, who was an Odionwe in one particular street. Somebody had called to say, man, he wants to, you know, on the day of his own grandfather's birthday, he wants to use this light as a gift. So there is no limit to what we can do with this light. But the important thing that everywhere we put a street light, okay, has transformation. And the beauty of this whole process is that we have a 2-year, you know, arrangement, a 2-year, you know, warranty arrangement with our what's it called, our engineers. You understand what I'm saying? A 2-year warranty, which whatever happens to these lights within the next 2 years, call on us. We go and sort it out. The engineers will go there and sort it out at no extra cost. And we have it equally in our MOU with the engineers that after 2 years, okay, we expect that this program, you know, would have gone far in 2 years. But after we know we are still going to come. After 2 years, we renegotiate our MOU to continue. So what I'm saying, effect is this: Edo people, Esan, Esako, Afema, wherever we are, wherever. As a matter of fact, Edo people must take this matter seriously. As I speak with you, okay, I am talking with somebody right now who wants to light up his own street at Asaba. At Asaba. Somebody called me yesterday from it's a Benima. He has a street in Lagos. He wants to light up his own street in Lagos using this program. And we have discussed to that extent. So what I'm trying to say in effect is this. We have something on our hand that all of us can key into. You understand what I'm saying now? There are so many Latin jests we've had, and I'm grateful to all of them. Edo Dynasty Worldwide, okay, is a partner of this project, and I'm grateful to them as well. You know, all Edo Dynasty, I mean, they are doing their own thing. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Edo Dynasty is a group, but they're actually doing their own thing to contribute to development in Edo State. Okay, I am glad. This is Edo Dynasty on a statewide, what's it called, a COVID awareness program. Okay, these are members of Edo Dynasty. And I am glad because at the end of the day, everybody is making some contribution somehow. You understand what I'm saying now? And that is why I said earlier, it is not actually just about light. It's about the things that we can do to contribute to making Edo great. Edo Dynasty picked up the idea with some other groups, okay? I don't have their names right now. Some other groups who actually done the same thing that Edo Dynasty has done, you know, going on a sensitization, movement around the state, around parts of the state, letting people know that COVID-19 is real, letting people know that they need to observe social distancing, letting them know that they need to use face masks. At the end of the day, these are civic duties and responsibilities. Nobody told them to do so, but they came out to me, we can do so. And if we look around the world, we have so many Edo individuals, Edo groups. We have so many Edo people whose contribution to Edo State can help transform the state. Don't remind me that this is the work of government. I get often reminded with that. I know. But since I grew up, since I was born in that land and I grew up, there's been no time we have not had government. And yet, Edo State has remained the way it is. Thank God we have a governor right now who has expressed strong willingness to transform Edo State. I know he's doing the same. So, while government is doing what they are doing, okay, we the people of Edo State, we must key into the areas that we can key into to ensure that our state develops on our collective account. Please, if you are joining us, please share the broadcast. Let's get some numbers together. Let's get people together. Let's share. Let's share. It could be the least you can do. You understand what I'm saying? Now to make the next person see. This what's it called? Oromia that we went to install lights. I think it was last week. When the man called me, the man has not heard of this comedy show, neither has he heard of the Lighting Up Edo State program. It was somebody who watched it in Nigeria that called him and said, "Hey, Pa, please go and look for the comedy show and donate light to your own street." So, and if people must see, it must be because people are sharing. So if you don't share, maybe you don't even have money to be part of this at this time, but your sharing could actually help make somebody get to know what we are doing and key into it. So somehow, directly and indirectly, we have ways that we can contribute towards making this a big program. My own goal is that let it be that at the end of the next 1 to 2 years, we will all look back, look at the way Edo State would have transformed by the effort of the governor of Edo State presently, and of course by our own collective efforts all around. We will be proud of ourselves that we are making contributions. And the good thing about it is that what we are doing is not just about because we want to put light in Edo State. What we are doing is to create a culture that will outlive us, a culture that even those coming after us can inherit, and just be making Edo State better and better and better and better. You get what I'm saying now? So this is exactly the aim of this whole agenda. And all of us, directly and indirectly, can be part of it. So, Edo people, be a light angel to Edo State today. Light up Edo State. Join the comrade show. Let us light up Edo State together. The program is Lighting Up Edo State Together. that is the program. And by the grace of God, Edo State will develop on our collective accounts. So I want to thank you all those who have been part of this. And if you want to reach us, drop a comment here in the comment section, inbox us, call us directly. Our telephone number is right there on our, YouTube and Facebook accounts. You can actually visit thecomradeshow.com. Of course, you find all the information you actually need about this matter. You understand what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, let us really work together to make Edo State great again. So, Edo people, I want to quickly start with there's an information that's been making the round. Okay, there's an audio. I have received the audio tape, the audio message from, if I'm not mistaken, probably more than 50 persons today. More than 50 persons. I don't just know. Everybody's just sending me the same audio. But I've seen three different types of the audio. One was voiced by a female. Two were voiced by a male. And they are alleging that they have a report. Let me play the audio. Let me play one of them. Can I locate one? I think I can. Let me just go to WhatsApp. Okay, WhatsApp or Larry. I want us to take a listen. That audio. Who sent that audio to me? Who sent that in a scene? Okay, let me try the one from there. Let me just play one of them. So, okay, this is the audio. I want us to take a listen. Then we'll talk about it. Because right now, everything is to be taken seriously. Seriously.
I don't want anyone.
Please, let's take a listen.
Wadomo, egegiro, nohini wa iwe. Mabana. Il receive call, obo seven, ne soja, okpa bambana. O team lokoja. Then over team do where over team where oge inyo bambana. A trailer of Ivi Fulani or Iviansa possible. Ian wa move lokoja bambana when you are guanana. This around 7:30 or to 8 now. So Ian by where Ian move video do. Ian ado gbele one, not below. So and fully aware where Ian here lado, Ian lao through villages Ugwa, or rather Ian la truck because of the incident also recently. So I'm passing this message to this Orion Forum for those of us now where on a smart information to the government, but to inform them right now that they are landing Benin by 10-11 this night. For us to be able to have a kind of stop and search along the highways, every truck and every vehicles. They entered an open truck that is in whatever way you went, a way possible. Even have where other way and they are under the truck. I mean now. So that pass a messaging now. Admit, try and do a follow-up. It's very, very important. And I'm sure it's not joke. This is true. So that they can be captured and they can also go for it. And everybody who have what it takes to fight, to bring it to the hill. The time is now. So.
Well, unfortunately, we cannot exactly tell when this audio was released. Okay, but I got this audio last night. In fact, I've been getting it since last night, and I've got quite a number of it. There's another one too, sent by somebody, the same subject matter, but this one was voiced by a female. There are two males that have voiced a thing like this as well, and all that. When I got it, okay, at this time, I believe very strongly that there is no way we can afford to joke with security right now in Edo State or anywhere, for that matter. And so for every information, okay, that comes out like this, I believe it's very important to look into it. And so when I got it, the first thing I did was to quickly send information to the police PRO and to the police commissioner, and of course to the police control center and all of that. I have their numbers, I have their own WhatsApp numbers and all of that. I quickly forwarded the message to them. And I've equally discussed the matter with some persons in the Edo State vigilante who actually confirmed to me that they themselves, they've been inundated with the messages as well and all that. And so we are hoping, okay. I wrote a message along, to one of the authorities I sent it to. I said, please let us not treat this with levity, okay. Every information must be considered a lead, okay, and we must act on them seriously. Because the reason why I'm concerned about this is that every northern village in Borno State, okay, most especially in Zamfara, that the Fulani people have attacked, okay, we know the kind of examples they are. And therefore, we cannot, afford to entertain any idea that an act of terrorism that will look like a genocide, okay, is coming to Edo State. And so therefore, all, hands must be on deck, okay. I am sure that the seen and the unseen security apparatus of Edo State would have received this message, they would have been prepared. And a direct message to the Fulanis. I want to tell you, okay, Edo State does not belong to the Fulanis. Edo State is not a Fulani land. Please share this broadcast. Share. Let's get people together. Let the Fulanis know that Edo State, there is no part of the Edo territory that will be ceded to the Fulanis or anybody who is not from Edo State. This is a clear position that the Fulanis and all those invaders or terrorists and bandits must take home. Okay? Edo State is not Zamfara. Edo State is not Bauchi. Edo State is not a place that you people will come and announce, as it were, as you have done in some other states in Nigeria. So, know exactly where you have to take your distance to. You understand? Any bullshit come, I am sure that our people will be ready to withstand it, as it were. So, on the part of our own, seen and unseen security apparatus, okay, let all hands be on deck. Let all hands be on deck. Edo, Edo, this is a land where Ugmeso, my Ivy Mozo, Ivy maybe our own spiritual intelligence. Let all hands be on deck. Let all hands be on deck. It's so raw. We have our own, spiritual intelligence. Right now, we need to redeem our state and protect our territorial integrity. This is important. Even that already right now to defend ourselves, to defend the land. We have had people in that land. Okay, when there was no Nigeria, we have had people, we have had kings and mothers of kings that came out in their own time to say, oh, yeah, see me, woman. It's exactly what we need right now. It's exactly what we need right now. Some of them are still there in history that we can refer to. Fulani, circumcised. So Edo people, in as much as we cannot, authenticate, the veracity and of course the authenticity of this claim being made, I believe very strongly that every security apparatus of Edo State must take it seriously and understand that the time that we are in right now is a delicate one and we need to protect and defend our home front. Area attorneys say, let nobody ask me what is the governor doing or what is the governor not doing. When the security so area only what I said. I understand even now, but I can tell you that area do okay, they are on top of this situation as much as I know. For many of you out there, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, a month ago, 2 months ago, go. If we are making a to the way where or you never hear of it calm down, we calm down. It is because where a man every year, now we cannot make sure where a do they okay. Have a distraction on marry. You understand me? So by the grace of God, those people they will be on top of this situation, and by the grace of God, Edo will be protected against every internal and external aggression. Whether it's coming from Fulani herdsmen, it's coming from bandits, it's coming from terrorists. That is what they are. Let nobody, people like Sheikh Gumi, try to paint them where they are agitators. They are not. They are militant. They are not militant. They are terrorists. People like Sheikh Gumi, okay, if they are not careful, we can allege that they are part of these terrorists that is raiding Nigeria. We can allege because of the roles that some of them are playing. Anyhow, that's a matter for another day. But for Edo State, we need to hold our home front very, very strong. Whether we like it or not, terrorism has become a business in Nigeria. Terrorism in the name of banditry, okay, has become a business in Nigeria. And from what we have seen, from what the examples that have come out, from the school kidnappings that we have seen, okay, it's obvious now that certain human beings, particularly in the corridors of power, are involved in this process. Okay, we heard from sources that Kankara, school kidnapping in Niger State, Kagara school kidnapping in Niger State, that nearly $1 billion went into releasing those children. You understand what I'm saying now? And all of that. And they've equally gone to Zamfara State to go and do the same thing. Just days or less than a week after, and all of. So at the end of the day, okay, we can allege, okay, that there are these things taking place right now to bring government attention, to siphon money from government and all of that in the name of paying ransom. And of course, people like Lalai Mohammed will come out and say we didn't pay ransom or we didn't do that. We know the game. You understand? So we have to defend our home front to ensure that this clandestine, business, okay, will not come and take root in Edo State. That we must do. That is important. There is a matter, a grand conspiracy that Nigerians must see. Nigeria right now is the only country in this world, okay, whose president is not talking to them. And we are asking the question, do we have a president? Do we actually still have a president? Because there is no time in the world where president and leaders don't come out to confront and address issues. There is no time. There's never been a time. If President Buhari is sick, and many of us have reason to believe he's sick. If President Buhari truly, has dementia, which is not a crime, it is only proper for this president to resign and go home and leave Nigeria in the hands of those who are capable to govern her. Today, we are now asking, where is the first lady of Nigeria? Where is Aisha Buhari? What has happened to Aisha Buhari? How come we no longer, for several months now, we don't see her in the public space? We are asking very legitimate questions. As bad as we want to refer to previous administrations, those that have led this country, Nigeria, time was when OPC in the Western region, they were doing like television like television were not clear. They were carrying out, small acts of, banditry or wickedness like this, violence. OPC was reigning, not as much as we have of this killer herdsmen and bandits and Boko Haram and all the terrorist network from the north right now. At the time we're talking about right now, we had somebody like, what's his name, President Olusegun Obasanjo as president of Nigeria. Even at the time, we were complaining that Olusegun Obasanjo was not providing proper leadership for Nigeria. But at the time, when this was ready its head, I want to play an excerpt for you what Olusegun Obasanjo did at that time. Please take a listen at this excerpt.
Have acted according to the instruction they have been given, that any criminal should be shot at sight. But now they have even got additional instruction. Anybody who calls himself OPC should be arrested, or if he doesn't give himself to arrest, he should be shot at sight. We cannot allow this country to be taken over by hoodlums and criminals. The police have acted according to the instruction they have been given.
That was a president who, even though Nigerians can complain of flaws, but we were very sure that he was not the president who was conspiring with terrorists to bring Nigeria down. But we cannot say that of President Muhammadu Buhari. We were very sure, and we are sure that, what's his name, Goodluck Jonathan in his time, was not conspiring with terrorists to bring down Nigeria. We are sure, we can beat our hands on our chest to say Obasanjo never conspired with terrorists. And yet, what OPC did cannot in any way be compared in any way, shape, or form to what Boko Haram, to what terrorist herdsmen, to what all people they now try to want to call them bandits, to what they have cost Nigeria. But this is Obasanjo reacting at the time.
That any criminal should be shot at sight. But now they have even got additional instruction. Anybody who calls himself OPC should be arrested, or if he doesn't give himself to arrest, he should be shot at sight. We cannot allow this country to be taken over by hoodlums and criminals. The police have acted.
Now the question is, why can't President Muhammadu Buhari come out and address Nigerians and tell Nigerians that these bandits, wherever they are found, they should be shot and killed if they do not give themselves up for arrest? Why can't he do that? Why can't he do that? Why can't Buhari come out to say any killer herdsman found in any territory across Nigeria, that the Nigerian military and security apparatus, they are under instruction to arrest them, and if they cannot give themselves to arrest, they should be shot and killed? Why can't he do that? That is what presidents and leaders do, because their first and primary responsibility is to protect lives and property. But he won't do that. Okay? The next thing you are going to hear is, you are going to hear people like this. People like this telling us they should not be called bandits. They are not terrorists. Take a listen.
I was asking you, who is funding your trip? Because a lot of people will be asking the question, who is sending Sheikh Gumi on this mission?
The mission doesn't require much funds. You see, wherever you are, in just a stone throw to place, you find Ruga of Fulanis. So it doesn't require much. We just buy some few little books, go to them. But you see, when I travel to a state, then the states give us logistics. They accommodate us in a hotel and assist us with their police to escort us to a reasonable distance. Because there are some bandits, or I call them now militants, that don't allow police to near them. And there are some, they don't care. You can go with the police and they are ready to talk.
Why do you choose to call them militant
I choose
and
to
not
call them
bandits?
Yes, because now they are fighting an ethnic war. They are kidnapping to get money. You see now, look at the example, the case, the latest case where they released a bus full of people. They were asking 500 million. Now they freed them with mere negotiation. They freed them free.
Nothing was paid.
Nothing was paid. Even one of the victim's father was calling me, thanking. You can ask the victims. No,
and you broke out this deal?
Yes, it's broken.
You brokered it.
In front of us, he said he's going to talk. He said he knows those who took the bus, and he's going to talk with them. But for those who took the boys in the school, they are not sure of them. But he's still going to investigate who they are, and he's going to convince them to release them because there's a peace process going on now.
Now, you listen. This man is telling us that these guys are not terrorists, they are not bandits. He said they are militants. This same man, Sheikh Gumi, came out and told Nigerians that these guys that have killed tens of thousands of Nigerians, they should be granted amnesty. And in some state in the north, some human beings have actually come to put their arms down, okay? And they say they are being granted amnesty. These are people that have killed, emptied villages. 43 farmers were killed, slaughtered. And a minister under the government of Buhari came out to say they did not take permission to go to their farms. That is why they were killed. Okay? Nigerians must understand what is happening here. There's a video I'm going to play where we can begin to directly ask the questions. Where we can begin to directly, okay, ask ourselves if Buhari is not involved directly himself with what is happening right now. Because there's allegation in these videos, okay, that shows that these guys were born because they want to make they want to make a Buhari the president of Nigeria. The birth of this terrorist group, okay, was an arrangement to ensure that Buhari becomes president of Nigeria. So, I am coming there. But Sheikh Gumi today is saying that these guys should not be called terrorists. He said they are militant. Listen to what this Sheikh Gumi said just a few years back. Just take a listen to what he said, the same Sheikh Gumi, because what has changed between 2019 and now, it is something that some of us cannot understand. He now calls them militant and not terrorists. And yet, he now said they don't kill, even though we see Nigerians are dying in the hands of these people in droves. But this is what he said that is contrasting what he's saying right now.
It means APC or MPP are paying me. It means, so they are corrupt like them. So we have no option. I said why I blame Jonathan with blood in his hand? Because Boko Haram were putting bombs everywhere and the government is not doing enough. Anybody killed under your regime, you are responsible for that blood. If you have done your best, I can say yes, Allah can forgive you. But if you are relaxed, no, Allah will not forgive you. So the same thing now. The bloodshed now is more than combined together the bloodshed during Jonathan's regime. Combined together is more. So now you judge yourself. To be fair, our religions are religion of fair. We are fair to ourselves. During Jonathan's time, when the blood is flowing too much, mosques and churches and streets, I said, let him resign, because I could see he could not handle the blood flow. He cannot handle it. I said, please resign with immediate effect, because you cannot handle the killing of innocent people. That's why I called for his resignation, and government paper, an editor, everybody published that in English. Is that possible today? Now more blood is shed from negligence, from sleeping, from laziness, from I don't care. I don't care, I mean more efforts should have been. It's not possible people are dying, then the president and the governors are attending wedding ceremony. That's what I mean, I don't care. There is no question for wedding ceremony. It is either, if I am true to myself, as I call for the resignation of Jonathan, if I am true to myself, I should call for the resignation of President Buhari, and with immediate effect. And the government paper should carry it also, if there is truth. So what we are saying, this proves Jonathan, as bad as he is more democratic. He has given people freedom to speak, even against him. You could see when he saw there is problem, he relinquished the power and said, I don't want blood to be. This man built for us 9 universities.
What changed between 2019 and now? What changed? What changed? What changed? He agreed in 2019 that there's bloodshed, that this government is dormant, that this government is bad, that Buhari has to resign. The same way he called for Jonathan to resign. He agreed that multiple times more, that the bloodshed right now is more than that of Jonathan. What has changed? Now this man is not the chief negotiator of the negotiator on behalf of the bandits. He's not the go-between the Nigerian government and the bandits, and nobody's asking questions. It is like business as usual. What has changed? Who is Che Gumi? Who? But for us to understand what is happening a lot more, I want to play this footage. Let's just take our time to listen to this footage. This footage may give us an insight into exactly what may be happening.
The story of the adoption is still one that has not been well told.
Yes.
You witnessed it.
Yes, exactly. Yes, it was on 14th, Sunday, February 2021. We are on our way back to Mina from Rijau. So when we reach Tunhu village before Zingeru bridge, so we just saw some gunmen. They stopped the driver with guns. They started shooting. Along the way, they now shot at the driver boy, something like that. That's what they call them. They are a driver in Hausa. So they now shot him 2 bullets. They now asked the driver to open the door. They enter. As they enter, they were shouting, "Bring out your money! Give us the money! Give us the money, or we'll kill you! Bring out your phones!" We now decided to give them all our phones and money that we have. Later on, they now said, "Oh yeah, all of you should come down." We started coming down. From there, they now sent us inside the bush. We started trekking from there. We trekked like about 5 kilometers. Then they now decided to pity the women. They started taking us with the bike. After taking with the bike, they now started taking us with the bike. Then around that 5 o'clock, we stopped. We decided to wait for the boys to come. From there, we now went ahead another 60 kilometers. From there, with our barefooted, they started beating us. But most of the women, their beating was lesser than that of the men. Some were injured. So that was what happened. We trekked like that for 4:30 a.m. in the morning. They now asked us to sleep on the rock. Around that 7 o'clock, they wake us up that we should start going. From there, we trekked like about 15 kilometers, I guess. So from there, they now took us to our destination where we are going to sleep. That is under the mango tree. From there, they now asked us that we should now decide to make some videos so that they can put it on the internet for government to see. Because they were telling us that their target is for the government. And since they saw the government vehicle, so they started to stop us. That is luxurious, NSTA luxurious. From there, after the video, they explode everything on the internet. So in the evening.
Was there, network connection? Was there service? How were they able to do that?
No, they have to trek to the rock, another rock, not where we are staying. So it was the next day. I don't know, it was the government. They now sent the flight. The flight was targeting that mango tree. To that very day, our life was in danger. Because most of us, some were urinating on their body. Because most of our old women, they were even scared. Some, they have hypertension. So we are all scared. That's what happened from there. So from there, when they now saw the target was on them, So they decided to shift us another 7 kilometers ahead. That is the next day. So from that's how we'll be shifting from one destination to another.
Okay. Now, the people you're talking about, describe them for us.
They cannot be described. They are armed. They are armed.
Heartless people.
They are heartless. They are fearless. Because they were saying that they are going to kill us. And they mean it. I swear they mean it. Because they swear that it was yesterday they give the deadline. That from yesterday they will start killing the men. Today morning they will start with the women. And the man swore. And he mean it.
The man you're talking about is the leader?
He's the leader.
Did he say his name?
Yes, he said his name, something like Kachalla Ali. Something like Kachalla Ali. They were just complaining about the government, that the government promised them something during the election. All these fake promises of politics. So they didn't fulfill it. That was what tempted them to be into this bandit of 18 and kidnapping. But what they promised us that, and I asked one of them that, what do you want from the government? They were telling us that what we want is that if the government can fulfill their promises. And I asked them what was their promises. They were saying that shelter. The government promised them to give them hospital, good education. They will pay some of them salaries, something like that, farms and everything. But the government refused. After the election was fulfilled, the government now decided not to fulfill their promises. That was what.
There was another footage I saw. When I listen, he said they are doing what they are doing because of the failure of government to fulfill what they promised before the election. So they helped to deliver the election. They helped to paint Goodluck Jonathan a bad person. They helped to kidnap the Chibok girls. They helped to create anarchy in Nigeria in the time of Goodluck Jonathan to ensure that Goodluck Jonathan is rejected so that Buhari can come on. And they were promised lots of money. They were promised to make their lives better. And the government has been unable to fulfill their promise, as it were. And so they themselves now, took a decision, you understand what I'm saying now, to apply self-help. Kill people, more people, kidnap as many as possible, ask government right now to become, to start rescuing those kidnapped with ransom. This is logical. Now, what this woman has explained, I saw another clip. The bandits themselves, the terrorists themselves, they were being interviewed. I'm unable to play that clip because the clip is guarded by copyright and all those kind of things and all of that. And they were being interviewed. They were speaking in their Hausa language, Hausa Arabic or whatever. I don't know what it is, but it was being interpreted. And the guy was saying that the government made promises, they didn't fulfill their promises. And that is why they are doing what they are doing right now. So now, the question I was asking myself when I listened to this girl, when I listened to the other bandits, the group of bandits, who is the government? Which government did they help? Whose government are they trying to get its attention? Of course, the simple answer is the Buhari's government. Now, for me, I sat down and I reasoned it out. So it made a whole lot of sense to me why the president cannot come out and openly rebuke and give direct orders to the military to go into Sambisa forest, to go into the bushes and kill all these people. He cannot do it. He cannot. Because sooner or later, they will still require their service. I can't allege that. Based on all that is played out. It is the same reason why in recent time, Obasanjo has written an open letter to the president, letting him know all of these things. As a matter of fact, directly and indirectly telling Buhari to leave the seat. As we speak, Buhari must go movement has begun across different parts of Nigeria. As we speak, in some part of Nigeria, this is what you now see. Buhari must go. As we speak, there's huge disaffection in the land because of the ineptitude of this government. Or rather, I won't call it ineptitude, but I'll call it rather, because of the conspiracy of this government with bandits and terrorists to kill Nigerians. And yet, the government is in the shadows. We don't see this government. We don't see Buhari. We only see liars as ministers of information and special advisors on information and this and that. Meanwhile, we have a president we elected. We did not elect the liars in the various ministries. We did not elect, because they come to tell us lies. That's what they come to tell us. And that is why we can allege that they are liars. When Jonathan was president, the papers was all over. All over. And what we saw, what we saw was pressure mounted by the government by Buhari. This is insecurity. Buhari asked Jonathan to resign. Insecurity. Buhari asked Jonathan to resign. This was when Jonathan was president. Insecurity. Buhari calls on Jonathan to resign. It's not the only one. There are several documents like that, several papers like that. There was a protest march. In fact, there was a protest march severally by Buhari. Now, if we want to appraise the two administrations, I'm not using this in any way to give proper credence to the Jonathan administration as a good administration in itself. But if we want to compare and contrast the two of them, okay, what we are experiencing right now is one that is going to melt Nigeria, that is going to destroy and kill Nigeria finally, unless and until we act. We act within, a proper frame of mind to ensure that this government lives, to ensure that Buhari is out of this place. Buhari right now is a stumbling block to Nigeria. And Nigerians must understand that. To the extent that even the Northerners themselves, the Hausas in the North, they are unhappy with Buhari. As a matter of fact, this policy of Alamajiri, as according to what, I don't know what you call them, that policy, I don't know why the Northern leaders cannot begin to rise up against that policy. I show you a footage right now, and this footage, as far as I'm concerned, is a breeding ground to more terrorists and to more wickedness in this country. And yet we say we are one. And yet one part of this country is terrorizing everybody. What kind of one are we in this respect? Look at what we have in the north that we don't have anywhere else. Look at these are endless streams of children, a galaxy of them, almost uncountable. Okay? Children who should be receiving proper education, children who should be in school, children, some of whom, has got destinies to savage this country as leaders in politics, as leaders in sports, as leaders in different aspects of our national life. Some of these children are children that are destined, okay, that have been predestined to be something in life that will bring a huge difference to this country. But what we see with this policy of Alamajiri, for as far as I'm concerned, there was a time I went to Nasarawa State. I went to Lafia. I went to some of those states. I remember in those days. Okay, what I saw with Alamajiri, even as a young man. Okay, you understand what I'm saying now? In fact, I was supposed to stay 5 days in that region. By the 3rd day, I could not stay anymore from what I saw. And yet, the elite among the Northerners, you won't find their children among these ones. Their children are not here. Some of them have their children in London, America, in different parts of the world, schooling. I meet a lot of Northern children, you understand what I'm saying now? As a leader in my community here in England, I meet a lot of them. You understand? Where are you from? Oh, I'm from this. Oh, I'm from that, I'm from that, from that. Northern children. Children of the elites in our society, they are schooling here in the UK. A lot of them. They are not part of these alamajiris. They've been to good schools. So this policy of alamarijizing Nigerians in the north, the ones from the poor hole, is a nonsense policy that must stop. And it's a shame that we don't speak to it. We don't talk about it. It looks like it's a sacred matter. What is sacred in it? Why are we allowing our religion to kill us? Why are we allowing our religion to derail us? Why are we allowing our religion to take the better part of us? Nigeria is not the only state that practices Islamic religion. Islam is everywhere all across this world. But Islam is in the UK. Islam is in America. As a matter of fact, the fastest growing religion in the UK right now is Islam. But we don't have, in the UK, we don't have alamajiris. What are we still doing with this tradition in Nigeria? What? What are we doing with this tradition in Nigeria? What? Today we are complaining of terrorism. Is this not a breeding ground for terrorism? Is this not? Is this not? How can somebody tell me now that these children, they are hungry? I remember in my experience in Lafayette, okay, I had a tin of milk, okay? I drank a tin of pig milk. I threw that tin. Immediately I dropped the tin. More than, if I can't count the number of children, they picked the tin. They oh my gosh, I remember that experience. Each of them, they brought their hands up. They were just, sip by sip. There was nothing left in that tin. The drag of the thing, they were just, this one will leak, that one will leak. And I was like, gosh, this is Nigeria. It happened then many years ago. It is still happening now. How can we allow ourselves? And yet, even those leaders in the South, we are not coming out to rebuke this tradition, to reform this tradition, to bring up these children and make it mandatory for these children to have formal education, to show them the way of proper education. Because here lies, a beautiful future that can embrace Nigeria. But what we have shown to this galaxy of children, because they are from poor background, is we are not showing them the way to nothing but terrorism. And that is it. Because there is no way somebody in the name of being an Islamic cleric will come to this group right now and say, I'm giving you 1,000 naira. You understand what I'm saying now? And begin to twist Islam in the way that will make these children carry guns, that they will not obey and carry guns and believe that is the way. And that's exactly what they are doing. The young children that they are grooming, the young children that they are training, we cannot allege that some of them are from this place, from this kind of places. They twist Quran, they twist Islam, and make it suit their purpose. At the end of the day, the whole idea is to siphon money from the state, kill people irrespective, it doesn't matter to them, provided they just get rich. They just get rich. And those of you, you know yourselves, those who are into this business of killing for money, okay, your children, they are in better places. You see why there is no reason in this world, whether in this lifetime or the next, why you will not be punished. Why you will not be punished. I think it's essential that Nigerians all over the world must begin to speak. Buhari must resign. Buhari cannot handle this country. We must not be afraid to say that. Buhari has failed and has failed woefully. The government of Buhari has failed. The National Assembly of Nigeria, they have failed. And if we don't put them under pressure to leave, they will consume all of us. All of us. That's why we are battling with the groups that they are saying, oh, they are coming to Edo State, they are coming to this, they are coming to. There's another one that came out. They said they are going to the west. They want to invade the Yoruba land. Inside all of this, some of them are blocking to ensure that the goods are supposed to be coming from food products are supposed to be coming from north to south. They block them not to go to the southwest, not to go to the southeast. They block them. They block the routes. Nigeria is bleeding. Within a week, The farmers over there, some of whom have no power and no control over what is happening right there. They are clear that they have lost billions inside this Nigeria. And yet we have a government. Nigeria is already a state of anarchy. And we have a government. The simple resolve is this. Amongst every other demands, it's important that Nigerians begin to mount pressure on Buhari to resign. It's important. Look at Okorocha's and his governor in Imo State. They are killing themselves. As a matter of fact, there's a court case. A court case means an arrangement right now to ask Okorocha's casemen to expedite action to recall him from the Senate. They are fighting and killing themselves when we have a mammoth problem confronting all of us collectively. And yet, people cannot just come together to confront this terror that we have right now on hand. Nigerians, if man not talk, man will die. If man talk, man will die. Why we not go talk? And that's why we are talking. Let us understand that the terror that we have in Nigeria is not a small terror. It's not a terror that we're going to treat with levity. It is one that it has no end in sight. They have a breathing ground. They have opened the floodgate of our borders. And they have equally declared, some of the governors, that Fulanis all over the world can come to Nigeria and be resident in Nigeria. And this is why we have to go to Edo State. I saw a video by somebody the other day. Ibiwe. There was no single Edo man on the road. It was all Nakwana people. We cannot have that. Edo State belongs to Edo people. Edo State don't belong to people who are not from Edo State. So if you are coming and we are accommodating you, come with sense. Come with sense. It is time we begin to look at each of our states and prune the number of people that can come into the state, because right now the country is not functional. The country is a fraud. Nigeria is a fraud. The arrangement of Nigeria is a fraudulent arrangement. And that's why we are saying we can correct this. We can correct this. And we can correct it by coming to the table to discuss our Nigerianness. Unless and until that is done, we don't have a headway. So one thing is for Buhari to go. He needs to go. The other thing, which is very important, is for Nigerians to come together to discuss our terms of contract as Nigerians. Because look, I am an Edo man. I'm not a Fulani man. We have nothing that makes us resemble. In a day. So if we must be together so that we are one nation, I am from the Edo nation, the Igodomigodo nation. First and foremost. So Nigeria is a country that is made up of different nations. And these nations must come together to discuss whether they want to be together. And on what terms should they be together. We must understand that. The Hausas and the Fulanis must understand that. The Hausas and the Fulanis must understand that. I am not a Hausa man. I am not. I won't be, not in this lifetime. You are not an Edo man. You won't be, not in this lifetime. So if we must coexist to say we are now one nation, after the fraudulent arrangement that brought us together to be one nation, we must now sit down to discuss the terms of existence. It's important. You don't just pick a woman in the streets, you start living with her living with the woman as your wife. There's an arrangement that leads to being a husband and wife. I am married. I have a wife. She's not my sister. We met, we had an agreement. We follow through a process. And even in the process of marriage, we are still discussing almost on a daily basis how to make it better. Why can't Nigeria do that? The UK is doing that every day. Scotland, people said they wanted to have independence. There was a discussion, there was a referendum, there was a discussion. Every day they are discussing to make it better. The same way it should be for nations. People are saying Buhari is dead. We have no evidence of that. Too much evidence of that. But signals are actually showing that, suppose these people are true. Suppose. Then who is ruling Nigeria? Somebody say it's Gambari. Who is Gambari? Who is Gambari? Anyway, too many questions, just no answers to any of them. My people, I think that it's important that all of us collectively, whether you are a political leader, you are a Nigerian, you are a concerned Nigerian, we must put this president under pressure. This government, the president has to resign. We have Osinbajo. Osinbajo can steer the affairs of this nation, okay, to 2023. Osinbajo can steer the affairs of this nation. So the one they call the president needs to resign. It's very important. If this Nigeria must itself see the 2023 that people mostly talk about. Well, on the final note, my people, I want to leave Nigeria right now. It's been a comrade show. I want to thank everybody who's been part of this project program so far. Please help share the broadcast. Let it go around. Me, I want me the program, make my program, make the reach Buhari. If you are not chef, you not reach out. Let it make it reach them. Let them hear. Because the man, I don't man says, oh, wait here, dollar. If you don't tell a spoiler that he's spoiling things, he will tell you that he's fixing them. The man came out, his government came out to say they have been able to stabilize Nigeria. This one is no longer happening. And I don't know if anybody's reminding them that before he came, with all the humongous promises he made, a bag of rice was between 6,000 and 7,000. Today, it is between 30,000 and 40,000. I don't know if anybody reminded him to say that a dollar was between 150 and 200 naira. Today, a dollar is nearly 600 naira. I don't know if anybody reminded him of all the things that we had before his administration. And the man still had the infantry to say, release a publication and say, man, they've been able to stabilize Nigeria. Is he aware that the death that we have experienced under his administration, in fact, is 20 times more than that of Jonathan? When Chibok girls were taken, Chibok girls, how many Chibok girls encounter have we had under Buhari so far since he came on board? Any government, any leader who says a president or a governor who cannot protect lives or property is not fit to be a leader. Does not merit it. Should, as a matter of urgent national security and importance, resign. Some people are saying that the Buhari we are talking about, is demented, has dementia. He's an old man. He's an old man. Dementia is one ailment that old people suffer from. So all those people who surround him, you put if it's true that he's got dementia, you put somebody who will talk to you right now will not remember what is going with you the next minute. You put him there, and you guys are just using your whatever to lead Nigeria. In fact, posterity will judge all of you. Posterity will judge all of you. I'll leave it there. Well, Edo people, on the last note, I want to quickly let us know that the government of Edo State, I'm looking all of this, I'm giving kudos to the government of Edo State, because look at what is happening in Nigeria, and Edo State is still striving the way they are striving. I think that, kudos to the governor of Edo State for his efforts, Seriously, kudos to the governor of Edo State. It's a direct and deliberate commitment to stabilize the state, and I think it's an honorable thing, and there is no better person, that would do that if not Governor Godwin Obaseki, at this time. And so I want to express gratitude to the governor. Of course, he's got our support, and I want to equally announce quickly that the tenure of a local government chairman in Edo State has come to an end. And of course, there was a circular circulated by the government of Edo State, giving instruction to the various local governments to hand over materials to the relevant people that they need to hand over materials to. I'll show you the letter. This is the letter. Circular. It was dated 2nd of March, Ministry of Local Government and Community Affairs. All executive chairmen, 18 local government council. The tenure officially ends, I think, today. Yes, today. All executive local government chairmen, 18 local government councils, handing over by local government council chairman. I am directed to refer to the above subject and request that all local government council chairmen are to hand over the administration of the 18 local government councils to the head of the local government administration, Holga, in their local government council on Friday, the 5th of March 2021. On Friday, the 5th of March 2021. And he went further to say, please accept the assurances of my esteemed regards as always. Functioning permanent secretary. Functioning permanent secretary. So what they have said is that they are asking all local government chairmen whose tenure officially expire today to hand over all materials in their possession, all local government materials in their possession, to hand over to HOGA, to hand over to the relevant authority. And of course, they should do that not later than Friday, which is the day after tomorrow. It is the usual way. And we expect that electoral process to elect the next batch of local government chairmen will be put in place hopefully from today or tomorrow. That is actually the prerogative of the state assembly to organize, or we expect that to roll on. One thing is very important. Again, one of the reasons why I always give kudos to the governor of Edo State, who before now had said that all local governments should need to submit their account of stewardship. And so far, from what we have monitored so far, there are so many of them that don't merit a re-election. So many of them. In the coming days, we are going to be looking at some of these local governments. Of course, we're going to be looking at some of these local governments. And of course, we're going to be looking at their cards. We're looking at, what they have done. If they merit, coming back and all that. So we're going to be looking at all of that. It's very important. We'll look at that. And of course, all of this is in the bid to ensure that our state, moves better with the right people. On a last note, on a very last note, but before I go to this last note, please let me just give you an update on the Edo Street Lighting project. There have been sent some videos about the work they did today. Let's just take a listen. I've never listened to this myself, though. But
The installation is ongoing at Okoromi community. This is put together by the Comrade Show, and our donor is Mr. Daniel A. Osula. Yes. The installation is on. Yeah, the installation is on.
Anyhow, that is not much. I'm sure I'm going to be talking about that much later, sir. That's the installation that has been happening today. Part of it at the Iyekogba Road, Okoromi community, and all that. We'll be talking about that, at some point. Some people have been calling me, talking about complaining. Talking about the governor was supposed to announce his cabinet last month. The governor was supposed to do this, or was supposed to do that. But why has he not done this? This is that. A lot of talk and all of that. And there are some others who are trying to catch in on that. We're not trying to make excuses. The truth of the matter is that there's so much that many of us don't know. I am very sure that from what we know about Governor Obaseki, I'm sure that if it were possible for the governor to set up his cabinet the day after his inauguration, would have done so. But we have a system that is so complex, so complex, so complex in that people just make it complex. That's the much I'm going to say. There's a lot going on that many of us may not know. Even me myself talking, some of us are just prepared to know a few things, and the few things we know is already enough to speak to a lot of other things. Okay, the pressure that certain characters are putting the governor through, you don't want to know, and all that. And the governor in his commitment, from what we know, wants to ensure that he gets the right people on board. From what we know, he wants to ensure that he gets the right people. And this is a governor who is not used to throwing somebody out or changing cabinet. You understand what I'm saying now? And all of that. So the government may have promised, or what's it called, February. I am sure that in the coming days he's going to speak to that, and I'm sure that in no distant time, without speculating, I'm sure that matter is going to be sorted. Probably, that is why the governor doesn't want to belabor, from information, belabor anybody. He wants to announce his cabinet as soon as possible. And I think that I am sure that process is ongoing at the moment. So, for those of us who are supporting the governor, I'm not just going to crave your indulgence to be patient with the governor, because the affairs of the state is still ongoing. If there's anything, I can tell you that political this thing, political that, they are all some costs to governance. But so far, they are going to do the needful. So let's just be patient with government, and all that is going to be sorted. Having said that, my people, I want to say a very big thanks to everybody that's been part of this program. It's been the Comrade Show. My name is Comrade Lamte Orehi. I try to confine myself to 1 hour most times, but it's always spill over. But I'm going to try as much as possible and all of that. So I'm going to see you again, hopefully, when I see you. Until then, I was going to start with this soundbite for those who are businessmen and who are doing things, selling made in Nigerian products. This is one thing I think you will take advantage of. But before I leave, I want to say, may God bless you all who are those of you joining us right now. May God bless Edo State and the governor of Edo State. Of course, may God bless Nigeria and Nigerians. My name is Comrade Lamte Ikmomusa Orehi. I'm signing out right now, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye for now. Comrade Show, Comrade Lamte Orehi, live on Facebook and YouTube. Like us, follow us, and be the first to know. This is the Comrade Show.